be me. 27 years old, finally got my life together after years of chaos and failed relationships. Got a decent apartment, decent job, decent routine. Everything is finally stable and predictable, like those IKEA showrooms where nothing is out of place. No drama, no arguments, no crying at 3 a.m., no checking my phone every 5 minutes. This is what I wanted, right? Wake up at 6 a.m. every day, make coffee, go to work, come home, watch Netflix, sleep, repeat like I'm Phil Connery in Groundhog Day, except without the character development. My therapist said I needed to cut out toxic people and focus on myself, so I did exactly that with the precision of a surgeon removing a tumor. Blocked my ex on everything, stopped going to parties where drama happens, deleted social media, except LinkedIn, because apparently that's the adult thing to do. My friends used to call me all the time with their problems, asking for advice, needing someone to talk to at weird hours like I was running a 24/7 hotline for broken hearts. Hey man, she left me, what do I do? Dude, I messed up, need your help. Can you come over? Going through something. I was always there, always the reliable one, always playing therapist for everyone else, while my own life was falling apart like a Jenga tower in an earthquake. Decided one day that I was done being everyone's emotional support animal, so I started saying no to things and setting boundaries like those self-help books told me to. Can't make it tonight, got plans. Sorry, not available. I'm focusing on myself right now. The calls stopped coming after a while, which is exactly what I wanted, but also kind of wasn't if I'm being honest with myself. Now it's been 6 months of this peaceful, quiet, drama-free existence, and I'm sitting in my apartment on a Friday night, eating takeout alone, watching The Office for the 3rd time. My phone hasn't buzzed with a text in 4 days, except for work emails and a notification that my streaming service payment went through. Look around my apartment and realize how clean everything is. How organized, how completely devoid of any evidence that another human being has ever been here. It's like those Apple Store displays, beautiful but sterile and untouched by actual life. Remember when my ex used to leave her stuff everywhere, hair ties on the bathroom counter, makeup scattered, her shoes in the middle of the floor? Used to drive me crazy, would complain about it constantly like I was auditioning for a role in Everybody Loves Raymond. Can you please just put your stuff away? Why is there glitter on everything? How do you have 47 different moisturizers? She'd laugh and promise to clean up. Never did, and I'd sigh like it was the worst thing in the world. Now my bathroom counter has my toothbrush, 1 bottle of generic face wash, and nothing else. Looks like a prison cell for minimalists. Kinda miss the clutter. Kinda miss having something to complain about. My buddy used to text me every weekend asking if I wanted to grab drinks, hit up some bar, maybe meet some girls, and make questionable decisions. Would always have an excuse because I was tired or broke or just wanted to stay in. Basically cosplaying as a hermit crab. He stopped asking after I turned him down 12 times in a row. Can't really blame him for giving up on someone who clearly doesn't want to participate in friendship. Saw on Instagram that he got engaged last month to some girl he met at one of those bars I never went to. They look happy in that annoying way that couples do. Didn't even know he was dating anyone seriously. Realized I haven't actually talked to him in 4 months, despite living in the same city. Thought about reaching out, congratulating him, maybe suggesting we grab coffee and catch up like adults do in coffee commercials. Typed out a message 3 different times and deleted it each time because what do you even say after months of silence? Hey, I saw you're engaged. Congrats. Sorry, I've been a ghost. Sounds pathetic. Left it alone. At work, I'm the quiet guy who does his job and goes home. Don't participate in office gossip or join the happy hours or contribute to the group chat that's constantly blowing up. My coworker invited me to her birthday party last week. Some karaoke thing that sounded like my personal nightmare, mixed with an episode of The Office where Michael Scott forces everyone to have fun. Thanks, but I can't make it. Oh, do you have plans? Yeah, something came up. I didn't have plans, just didn't want to go and pretend to enjoy drunk people singing Bohemian Rhapsody off key for 3 hours. She said it was fine, but I could tell she was a little hurt. Probably won't invite me to anything again. Which is exactly what I wanted, but also feels kind of bad. This is what peace looks like. I keep telling myself while sitting alone in my apartment, listening to the sound of my refrigerator humming like it's trying to fill the silence with white noise. No arguments, no stress, no obligations, no one needing anything from me. Just me and my thoughts and this overwhelming sense of nothing. Started noticing that I talk to myself more now. Full conversations like I'm Tom Hanks in Castaway, except my volleyball is imaginary, and I don't even have the excuse of being stranded on an island. Should I get pizza or Chinese? Pizza sounds good. Yeah, let's do pizza. I'm answering my own questions like a lunatic. Ordered the pizza, ate it while watching YouTube videos about conspiracy theories and ocean facts, fell asleep on the couch at 9:30 p.m. like I'm 70 years old. Woke up at 2 a.m. to my phone ringing. Unknown number. Probably spam, but I answered it anyway, because any human interaction sounds good right now, even if it's a scammer. Hello? Wait, wrong number. Sorry. They hung up. Stared at my phone for 10 minutes, hoping they'd call back just so I could talk to someone, anyone, even a stranger who dialed wrong. That's when it hit me that this peace I've been chasing feels exactly like loneliness, wearing a disguise like those villains in Scooby-Doo. Scrolled through my contacts, realized I haven't called most of these people in months. Some of them probably changed their numbers, and I wouldn't even know. Thought about my ex again, the one I cut off completely because the relationship was toxic and exhausting, like being in a Twilight Zone episode on repeat. She used to text me good morning every single day without fail. Even when we were fighting, even when things were bad, she'd still send that stupid good morning text with the sun emoji. Found it annoying at the time. Felt like an obligation to respond, like I was being monitored or something. Now my mornings are just me and the coffee maker and the Today Show playing in the background that I'm not really watching. No good morning texts, no emojis, no one checking if I'm alive or if I remembered to eat breakfast or if I'm having a good day. This is what I wanted though, right? Independence, solitude, freedom from other people's emotional baggage and expectations. Like I'm finally the main character in my own indie film. Except main characters in indie films are usually interesting and going through meaningful self-discovery. And I'm just lonely in an apartment that smells like old pizza. Weekend comes around and I have absolutely nothing to do. No plans, no invitations, no obligations. Just 48 hours of unstructured time, stretching out like the desert in Breaking Bad. Decide to go for a walk. Maybe that'll help. Maybe I'll feel less like a hermit if I see other humans existing in the wild. Walk to the park. It's full of couples and families and groups of friends laughing and taking photos and living lives that look nothing like mine. Sit on a bench by myself watching everyone else participate in society while I'm on the sidelines like an NPC in a video game that no one interacts with. Couple walks by arguing about something stupid, where to eat lunch or which movie to see, one of those meaningless arguments that couples have. Used to have those arguments all the time with my ex, would get so frustrated about having to compromise and discuss every little decision. Why can't you just pick a restaurant? Because I want you to be happy too. I'll be happy with whatever. Then why are we arguing? Would go in circles like that for 20 minutes over something that didn't matter at all in the grand scheme of things. Watch this couple argue and feel jealous, actually jealous of people bickering about lunch like I've lost my mind completely. At least they have someone to argue with. At least they have someone who cares enough to want them to be happy. At least they're not eating every meal alone. Walk home feeling worse than when I left. This was supposed to help, but it just highlighted everything that's missing from my life like a neon sign. Passed by this bar I used to go to with friends back when I had friends who I actually spent time with and made effort to see. Think about going in, maybe striking up a conversation with someone, maybe accidentally falling into human connection like it's a rom-com. Stand outside for 5 minutes trying to convince myself to go in. Imagine walking up to the bar, ordering a drink, talking to the person next to me. Hey, how's it going? They'd probably think I'm weird or trying too hard or just ignore me completely because that's how the real world works. Not like in sitcoms where strangers become best friends over one conversation. Walk away without going in. Tell myself it's fine. I don't need a bar to be social. I can be social whenever I want. I'm just choosing not to right now. Except I've been choosing not to for 6 months straight. And at what point does choosing become the default? And the default become who you actually are? Get home and open my laptop, scroll through social media that I said I quit, but apparently didn't quit hard enough because here I am looking at everyone else's lives. My ex posted photos from some beach vacation with her new guy. They look happy in that annoying, authentic way that makes you realize they're probably actually happy. He's got his arm around her. She's laughing at something. The sunset is perfect. It's like a stock photo of relationship goals. feel nothing and everything at the same time. Like I'm both numb and sad and angry and empty all at once in a cocktail of emotions that doesn't make sense. Close the laptop, don't know why I torture myself like this. Probably the same reason people watch horror movies. We're drawn to things that make us uncomfortable. My therapist would say I'm self-sabotaging, that I'm seeking out pain to validate my loneliness, that I need to practice self-compassion and gratitude for what I have. What I have is a clean apartment and no one to share it with. Not sure that's something to be grateful for, but I'll add it to the list between having running water and not being in debt. Try to remember the last time I laughed, like really laughed, not just exhaled slightly harder through my nose at a meme. Can't remember. It's been weeks at least, maybe months. Time blurs together when every day is the same routine on repeat. Think about calling someone. Maybe that friend who got engaged, maybe my sister who I haven't talked to in a month, maybe even my ex just to hear a familiar voice. Pick up my phone, scroll through contacts, put the phone down, pick it back up. Repeat this like 5 times like I'm stuck in some kind of social anxiety loop. What would I even say? Hey, I know I've been distant and cold and basically removed myself from everyone's lives, but I'm lonely now, so can we talk? Sounds pathetic when you say it out loud. Sounds like I only care about people when I need something from them, which maybe is true, and that makes it worse. Decide to watch a movie instead. Some romantic comedy about people who find each other against all odds and fall in love, and live happily ever after, like it's that simple. Used to think these movies were unrealistic and stupid. Now I'm watching them like instruction manuals, trying to figure out where I went wrong in the formula. The main character in this movie is lonely too, but their loneliness is quirky and endearing and leads to meaningful character growth and eventually love. My loneliness just leads to more loneliness and eating cereal for dinner and talking to myself like I'm hosting my own podcast that no one listens to. Movie ends with the couple getting together at the airport in the rain, because apparently that's still a thing in rom-coms. They kiss and the music swells and credits roll. Sit in silence after it ends. Don't even have the energy to pick another movie. Just stare at the screen with the Netflix menu, asking if I'm still watching like it's concerned about my well-being. Yeah, Netflix. I'm still watching. What else am I going to do? Go to bed early because there's nothing else to do. Lie there staring at the ceiling like every protagonist in every indie drama when they're having an existential crisis. Think about how I got here. Trace back all the decisions that led to this moment of complete isolation that I somehow convinced myself was peace. Cut out toxic people, good decision. Set boundaries, good decision. Stop saying yes to things I didn't want to do, good decision. But somewhere along the way, I stopped saying yes to everything. Stopped making effort. Stopped being a person who participates in relationships at all. Built walls so high to protect myself from getting hurt that I also blocked out every possibility of connection. Like I'm a fortress in Game of Thrones, but instead of dragons, there's just me and my anxiety. The thing no one tells you about protecting yourself is that protection and isolation look exactly the same from the inside. Wake up the next morning to my alarm. Same time, same routine, same coffee, same empty apartment that's starting to feel less like a home and more like a really depressing hotel. Check my phone out of habit, even though I know there won't be any messages because there never are anymore. Right on schedule, there's nothing except a notification about the weather and an email about a sale at a store I don't shop at. Get ready for work like I'm on autopilot, every movement mechanical and practiced. Brush teeth, shower, dress, coffee, leave like I'm a sim with limited actions. Commute is the same train, same people who I see every day but have never spoken to. We're all just strangers sharing space and avoiding eye contact. Wonder if any of them are lonely too, if they go home to empty apartments and talk to themselves and wonder where all the people went. Probably not. They probably have lives and friends and plans and aren't spiraling into existential dread on the Tuesday morning commute. Get to work, sit at my desk, do my tasks, eat lunch alone in the break room while scrolling through my phone looking at nothing. Coworker walks by, the same one who invited me to karaoke. Hey, how was your weekend? Good, just relaxed. You? It was great. Went to this new brunch place with some friends, then saw that new Marvel movie. It was so fun. She's talking about her weekend like it's highlights from a TV show, full of activities and people and experiences. That sounds nice. You should come next time. We're always looking for more people. She's being nice, giving me another chance, even though I've turned her down before. And I should say yes, I should take the opportunity to be social. Yeah, maybe. I'll let you know. She smiles and walks away, and we both know I won't let her know, and she won't ask again. And this is how friendships die, slowly and politely. Finish work, go home, same routine, different day, starting to feel like I'm Bill Murray in Groundhog Day, except I don't learn any lessons or become a better person. Sit on my couch and realize that this piece I worked so hard for, this drama-free existence, this carefully constructed life of boundaries and self-protection, feels exactly like loneliness. Not similar to loneliness, not kind of like loneliness, but exactly, precisely, indistinguishably the same as being completely alone. Peace was supposed to be calm and content and fulfilling, was supposed to feel like those meditation apps with the soothing voices and nature sounds. This doesn't feel calm, it feels empty, like someone scooped out the inside of my life and left just the shell. Think about texting my friend, the one who got engaged, actually open the message this time and start typing. Hey man, saw you got engaged, congrats. Want to grab coffee soon and catch up? Stare at it for 5 minutes, my thumb hovering over send like I'm defusing a bomb. What if he says no? What if he's moved on and doesn't want to reconnect? What if I'm reaching out too late and the friendship is already dead? What if he says yes and I have to explain where I've been for 4 months and why I disappeared? Delete the message. Tell myself I'll do it tomorrow, which is what I said yesterday and the day before, and probably what I'll say tomorrow too. My face when I finally achieved the peace I wanted and realized it feels exactly the same as the loneliness I was trying to escape. That feel when you build walls so high to keep the bad out that you also keep all the good out, and now you're just alone in a fortress wondering why no one visits.